Well, hello there. This is Leanne Orris. I am the creator and the person behind the camera with all things Telltale Traveler. And I wanted to come on here to basically introduce ourselves. And now I say that plural because we're a family, not that I'm multiple people. Um, I wanted to introduce ourselves, tell you about us, our family, what our plans are, and what you will see here on this page. I think it's super duper important to do something like this because I want to grow this page so that I can find other families like us, also educate and, um, you know, just bring a community together. Um, I have been personally researching a lot of full time RV life, also remote business, and all kinds of different things and homeschooling over the last couple months because we are the Orris family. You'll get to see them in a lot of our videos, but right now it's just me. We are a family of six who is going through all of the transition of getting rid of all of our crap and moving full time into an RV. Now, I say RV a lot, but we don't really have an RV. We have a fifth wheel camper, but I will say RV. And so, just because it's easier and sounds cooler. So we are super duper excited about full time camp life. I love camping. My husband, when we met him, so we've been married for a couple years now, and when we met him, he came into our lives and he was absolutely everything that we needed. And he is a wonderful stepdad to our four boys, and he is an amazing fixing guy, but he was also a camper before we met him. And so when I met him and he told me about this camper, I'm like, camping, like what the heck. But then, like, after we went camping like the first time, I really loved it because he kind of like showed me a lot of like, a whole new world of like fun and how we could travel with the kids. And also we have a dog named Harley, so technically we're a family of seven. I should have said that first. Harley is a German shepherd, and we love him very much. But anyway, so when he showed us camping and had this camper that he just brought into our lives with himself, I told him, I said, well, I don't think we should be paying for a camper unless we're using it. And so, I threw out my little wink wink there because I was ready to go camping, and I think that it was really fun for the kids, and we just kind of like dove headfirst into it. And so camping has really become a big part of our family. I love to travel and we love to see new things, but the problem is that like with a big family with lots of kids, we don't have like the money to be like flying all over the place. You can't really go camping, or I mean go on vacation with a bunch of kids all the time, and you can't go with your dog on a plane. I mean, you can, but it's like, I mean, it's so expensive. I mean, we aren't that family. I'm drinking out of my J cup. This is Josh's cup. Josh is my husband. Um, and so anyway, camping really has kind of like saved our lives. We love it. It's given us purpose. And we are absolutely so excited to kind of go on this journey of consolidating our lives, getting rid of a bunch of junk, and filling our lives with experiences, travel, family bonding. And also now you don't have to be a person of faith to watch us, but we are, we're Christians, so we also want to, put ourselves in situations where we are relying more on God and building that relationship with him as we go along these travels all over the United States. So this is this is who we are and what we're all about. What we do. So I am a permanent makeup artist and a business owner. I own a tattoo and beauty shop in Ohio, and I love it. I'm in the process of kind of consolidating it down. It was a big shop, and I feel like in doing all of these things, like I don't want to close it, but I also want it to be something a little bit more manageable as we are expanding our horizons and not going to be around all the time. I do have other girls that work there. My sister does hair. My sister-in-law is a tattoo artist. I have another tattoo artist who's also very talented. And then I have a nail girl. So between all of us, we have tons of services available and whatnot. So I have that business going for me that I don't intend on closing fully, but just kind of consolidating and making it more manageable from afar. And I am also a remote travel agent. So what I do is I help people book their vacations completely remote. I can meet with them at my shop, but I mean, everything is so accessible online nowadays. It's so much easier for people to just send me a message or give me a call, give me their information, their details of like what they're interested in, and I am able to book their vacations for them. And it takes the stress off of them. It takes the commission. So I guess I'll go into explain this. Anytime that you book a vacation, there is always a commission built into that price, whether you're going on a website or however you're booking it. So what we do is we essentially take that commission off or away from a website, and then we bring that back to people like us, small business owners who book people's vacations for them. So you get stress-free booking experience. Plus, you get a person that you could talk to. And it's much better than going on and booking all that stuff yourself. So, that is what I do. I have a couple other things in the works. But those are my two main businesses that I do. Josh, he is a Mr. Fix It. So Josh can literally fix anything. I was absolutely amazed by him when I first met him, and I continuously get amazed by him as I see him fixing other things all the time. By trade, he is an electrician. He works for a company right now, again, based in Ohio. um Over time we hope to he does have a mobile repair business that he is starting on the side, and so we hope to build that up and be able to help other people in other states, everywhere we go, being able to fix local people's anything in your home. He does auto. He obviously electric, plumbing. He does all the things. He's a handyman and Mr. Fix It. So that is something that we are planning to implement and bring with us along the way. Then we do have four boys, Alberto, Avery, Asher, and Axel. And Asher and Axel are actually twins. They don't necessarily look alike, but they complement each other perfectly, and they're little besties. They are 9, and then Avery he's about to be 12 actually, so we'll say 12. And Alberto is 14. So our boys are a little bit older now. They're not like little babies. And I don't know, I guess like I'm excited to be able to have a little bit more control of their environment, but then also expose them to environments that they normally wouldn't be exposed to in normal life. I'm definitely excited about starting this homeschool situation. I have been finding out some irritating things about the schools lately. And, I'm just wanting to, I guess, broaden their horizons, be able to teach them useful things that they will need to know as an adult rather than like, focusing on all of these like standardized tests and all this crazy stuff that the schools like to do. Now, I will not say that I don't appreciate teachers or anything like that. So please, in any of these videos, if you ever, get offended by that. This is just, me working through, this transition and trying to figure out things best for our family. So if you are a teacher or a principal or somebody who works at a school, like, please don't get offended by any of that stuff. I just personally am just kind of like ready for the kids to be out of the normal school experience and help them to experience something different. So I can share a lot of the things that I'm learning about homeschool. For instance, I found that because we were planning on doing online schooling, and I thought that that was like the easiest thing to do and that it would be all handy dandy and perfect, and that was the easy part. Well, I just found out yesterday when I was trying to enroll them into a online school that any kind of public schooling online, they actually check your IP address to make sure that you're in the state. Which I did not realize. I thought the whole thing about being on online school was so that you can do it online, and do what you want. But apparently there is something with that I don't know, doesn't allow. So we are pivoting a little bit, and I may very well be Miss Leanne, Teacher of the Year. So I might be fully homeschooling my 4 boys myself. I have looked into a couple curriculums that are good. So if you are already in RV life, or if you are a homeschooler yourself, I am very welcome to any and all tips, tricks, information, and things, because I'm learning. And so that's why I wanted to make this page, so that you can learn as I learn. And you may already know some of the things that I'm finding out. But I also wanted to give the experience for people who are thinking about transitioning into this life. I think that I've watched so many videos now where it's like people are already in the life, and then they tell, they're talking about, oh, well, we're doing this and we're doing that. But I don't see any videos of the actual transition themselves, So it's like, I feel like documenting this might be helpful to other families who are also in the same transition, or at least wanting to transition that we are. So sorry, I'm going on along a list because I want to make sure that I'm talking and telling you guys everything that we're all about here. So what we love about camping. Now, I know I kind of touched on that a little bit like a few minutes ago, but for me, it's the simplicity. I mean, as you could see, my house, like, we've been going through clothes, we've been going through different things. I mean, you could see, like, it's not garbage, it's just junk. It's just stuff. We own a house. We're planning on renting out. And we're going to fix up a couple things over the winter time. And hopefully, our plan is to be on the road full time in June, and, or at least May, June, whatever. Now, we may stick around in the area depending on Josh's job for a little while, but out of the house, like, we might live locally in our camper. But our goal is to be out of the house and into our camper by May or June of this coming year. So we are on a timeline. We have some time. So I'm glad that we have this time to work on all these things, because I didn't realize how hard it was to actually close a chapter of your life. So the simplicity is something that I'm craving in my life. This house, I mean, we have probably 10 years of just accumulation here, and we're not hoarders or anything, but it's like there's a lot of stuff that, it's like you think that you need it, you think that you're going to use it, and then it sits somewhere and you don't use it for like 5 years, and then you find it again. So simplicity, I think, is what I really need in my life, and I think the kids need that too. I mean, they've been addicted to video games forever, and so camping over the summertime has really kind of like brought us more in tune with the real world. And I think that the way technology and school and politics and all this, like, mumbo jumbo, it's just, it takes you away from the core of life. You know what I mean? And so we want to get back to those roots and being simple, being, like, just less bogged down and weighed down by a bunch of stuff, I think is something that would be beneficial for our life experience. Number two, I love like the idea of freedom. Okay. I've always been this way. Even since I was younger. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. I have always been a person who has worked really hard. I started working when I was 16. I know a lot of people probably did. But I mean, I lived on my own, like when I was 18. Even some part of when I was 17, I have always been a very independent person, a hard worker. And I don't like being underneath like anybody's thumb. Okay. Um, for a long time. I mean, I did become a mom when I was young. I was 19 when I got pregnant with my oldest son. And, I had four kids like young. And, we didn't really have the opportunity to like, you know, I guess take charge of our own life. We were on government assistance. We were doing the daycare thing. I had to work 9 to 5 every single day. And so I missed a lot of time with my kids. I missed a lot of time, getting to teach them those fundamental things. And, it was just a lot of struggle that we've overcome over the years. And again, like, we have Josh now, and he has pretty well completed our family. And he fits right in. And it works perfectly. And so I think now is the time that we take control of our own lives and start showing our kids how to take control out of their own lives too. I don't want to raise them up to be just like employees for another big business. I want them to be free thinkers who create their own businesses and their own income for themselves. And so I'm very big on business and tips and growing business. Again, I'm already like helping Josh to grow his own business. So I am pretty good at business minded things. But that freedom, I think it comes with all of this. I mean, just unplugging from the normal world, unplugging from a 9 to 5 job, unplugging from, a neighborhood with neighbors who are a nightmare. Unplugging from a school where it's like you don't have any choice about what you learn, what you do, who your teachers are. It's just like you know, I could go on and on about freedom. But so freedom is something that is really pushing us on this journey as well. And then also just expanding our horizons. I mean, like I live in it's it's not a big city, but it's in Ohio, Northeast Ohio, and we're around the same freaking people every day. I mean, I grew up, in a couple cities over. So it's like everybody kind of knows everybody like through the grapevine. Um, and I think that there's just not a whole lot of opportunity here either. Like, for instance, like we used to have tons of factories back in the day, and now we are like a factory graveyard. And so, I want my kids to grow up in a world of opportunity. I don't want them to grow up in a place where, there's only one or two factories that they can go work at. And then, yeah, I just found out that one of the biggest factories in our area is actually laying like 500 people off here in the beginning of the new year. So like that sucks. You know what I mean? I so again, expanding our horizons, meeting new people, going to experience new things, seeing the world. I mean, life is just too freaking short to be stuck. doing the same crap every single day. There has to be more to life than this. Um, so, oh, so what I want to talk about, like what you're going to see here on this channel is, a lot of different things. The first thing is like, we are going to document our travels. We already travel a little bit. Like we traveled, over the summer. We are going on a couple, little like weekend getaways. We have some stuff planned for Christmas time. And after that, so we are already traveling a little bit, but we want to show the beauty of America. Okay. So many people, especially in the political world that we're in right now, again, I'm not getting political. I don't care what side you're on, but I want to bring back the beauty of America, not only with, like the landscape, because America is beautiful. Like we literally have everything that you could think of in our country. Like you could see mountains, you could see beaches, you could see, woodsy areas. You can go to big cities. I mean, we have so much to see. And I think that we're so stuck in our normal lives that we don't go and see the things. So I want to be able to bring the beauty of America to this channel. Now again, not only with just landscape beauty, but beauty and humanity. This is another thing that I have felt has been, kind of, I don't know a good word, but it's not like, it's just been kind of screwed up. Everyone hates everyone. Everyone's mad at each other. There's all these, differences of opinion and everything. And I think that there is actually a lot of good in humanity. I think that people do have good hearts, and regardless of whether you are on this side or that side or this color or that color or whatever you are, I think that you are still a good person and you still have likes and interests and things that are more defining of the uniqueness of who you are, versus like all these stereotypes that are just going around and we're all just told to hate each other. I think that sucks, So I want to show our travels and the beauty of America here on this channel in landscape and people. The next thing is history. Okay, listen, history, I'm a history freak. So everywhere we go, I have to learn the history of each place. I like to go to different like historical buildings and like learn the history of what happened there. Excuse me. I think that, people who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. And so for me, I get so interested in what happened in the past so that I can learn from it and I can teach my kids about it, and then we can become better people. So I think history is really important. And I do think that a lot of history has been skewed in our normal, like school atmosphere. Again, not a dig to schools or teachers or anything. It's just my own personal opinion. But I mean, there's been like, for instance, we went to Gettysburg last month, or maybe 2 months ago now. And we learned so much, like things that I didn't even know. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it was so interesting, so cool. And I just question, I'm like, why are we not learning these things already? I should know about all that. And so I felt like my kids learned more in just that 1 week with us in Gettysburg than what they learned in school the whole week. Now, again, we're in an inner city. So the education is very, everybody kind of passes. There's not, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. So, yeah, I just really am interested in history. So you're going to learn a lot about history, a lot of things that we learn by going to different places. So history is definitely another thing you're going to be seeing a lot here. The third thing is the journey of our change and the transition of our lifestyle. So right now, obviously, I'm in my messy house. We are working out all these details in real time, and I want to document that for people who want to do that too, or who, you know, want to see this part of it. Again, I know I talked about this earlier, but in this like field of videos, I've only seen people who come on and say, oh, well, we're a family of 5 living in a RV and we sold all our stuff and now we're living full time, living our dream. Yeah, I love that. And that's what makes me want to do that. But we don't get the behind the scenes like look and viewing of what it was like to sell all your stuff, to get rid of all like your house, your business, you're like consolidating all of this stuff. How do you choose what clothes you want to pick, or how do you choose this or this or that? So I want to be able to come on here and document the actual change itself and how we learn things and how we're deciding what we're going to do for our own personal family. So you're going to get to see that here in this channel, especially right now, because we're in the midst. We're in the midst. The fourth thing is small business highlights. All right, listen, I'm a small business freak just as much as as I am about history. I love small business. Small business is the backbone of America. I mean, that is the basis of the American dream. Okay. I encourage everybody to start their own business at one point or another. I am always going to be an advocate for finding your passion, finding the reason why you were created and your purpose, and turning it into a business so you never have to work again a day in your life. Okay. Like anything can be a business. Find something that you enjoy and turn it into something. So what I want to do with my platform that I grow now, right now, I'm just a big old loser from Ohio, but someday I'm going to be popular and famous or whatever, and I'm going to have lots of viewers. And so you are getting on the train at a very good time, because we're showing it all, and you're going to be able to watch this video like a couple years from now and be like, oh, wow, look at her, big old loser with her dirty house. um, okay, I'm a maniac, so it's fine. And so anyway, I love to show small businesses, and I want to highlight small businesses all across America to show what everybody is doing, show people cool places that they can go and see. I love small business, and I want to use my platform to showcase them. So at any point, like once we actually do start traveling, or if you find out that I'm in an area, please let me know about your small business, and we'll come and check it out, because I love to support small businesses. I love to buy things from small businesses, and I also love to advertise small businesses. So I'm your girl. Get a hold of me. Let's come and visit your place. Right now, I'm in Ohio, Northeast Ohio. So if you are a small business in Northeast Ohio, get a hold of me, because this is where we're going to be at for a little while. We're going to be going to Orlando for a little while too. And we might take a little trek down in our truck. So who knows? Maybe there'll be an opportunity here in the upcoming future for us to come and visit you. The next thing is family encouragement. Now, I love the idea of a family. I think it's important that, number one, spouses, I don't care what your spouse orientation is, don't care. All I know is that if you are a person who is married, if it's like you're a parent and you have a family, I think it's super, super important for the spouses, the parents, to have a good relationship. So I will always try to be encouraging, try to enforce that family togetherness, that family bonding. And that starts with the parents. You know what I mean? It starts with the parents. It starts with mom and dad. It starts with, the ones who are the core of the family. Okay. And how you guys behave and how you guys love each other is how you're going to teach your kids how to love each other also. And so I'm not perfect, but I try to be. And so I will always encourage that, as well as parenting. So I'm a mom, and like my whole adult life has been being a mom. And so I want to take the years that I have left to continue to be a better mom and to give my kids an experience of a lifetime. And so I'm always going to be encouraging in parenting hacks, parenting, even just parenting struggles, homeschooling, things like that. I think it's so important to have that family bond and that family, just togetherness, So that's another thing that you're going to see here. And last but not least, fixing stuff. So Josh is again, we've started his mobile repair business. And so for us, I think it's super duper important to showcase him fixing things, talking about things that he fixes, how to maintain things. He's super good at that. Like there's some things where he's like, babe, I need to go to Menards and buy this thing. And so I have to do this and do that. And he's so good at convincing me or telling me about this that he makes me think that it's my idea for him to be able to do that thing and buy whatever he needs. I caught on pretty fast, but I do think it's important to talk about maintenance and fixing things because not a lot of people know how to fix things on their own. And I'm definitely a person who doesn't know how to fix anything. Thank you, God, for Josh, because I usually just run things to the ground until they don't work anymore and then I have to buy another one. So I love that he is someone who takes care of things and fixes things. And so I definitely want to showcase that on this channel. So that so far is us in a nutshell. I am super excited for this journey. I think it's going to be awesome. And I am excited for you to be excited about this journey too, because we want to get to know you and we want you to get to know us. And so if you are interested in any of the things that I've been talking about, please like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so that we can build this page up and get our message and our, what's the word? Our happenings out to people who want to see it. So we love you guys. We're excited to build here, and we definitely want to get to know you, and we'll see you again soon. Have a good day. Telltale Traveler out.